Coming up on Torrance today, COVID-19 cases are on the rise again and new subvariants are dominating most of those cases across the country. It's Parks and Recreation Month and we've got a lot of exciting events taking place throughout our 33 parks. Plus, the majority of California is in a drought and city leaders are asking residents to cut down on water usage. We'll share some tips. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Thursday, July 7th. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. New COVID-19 subvariants now dominate the number of new cases in the U.S. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says BA4 and BA5 now make up 70% of new cases, up from 55% the week before and just 1% back in early May. Public health officials say that just goes to show how contagious these new subvariants are. They believe these to be the most contagious strains yet. While average COVID-19 infections appear to hover around 100,000 each day for the past month and a half, many experts believe that's a significant undercount. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration recommended Moderna and Pfizer to move ahead with their efforts to create Omicron-specific booster shots for the fall. Those companies believe their shots are effective against BA4 and BA5. The FDA hopes the updated vaccines will be ready in time for a booster campaign in October, but public health officials predict hundreds of thousands of infections will take place before then, and the CDC recommends that the majority of Americans wear masks indoors in public spaces to prevent further spread. COVID-19 cases across California, including LA County, continue to rise, leading to a new summer peak. More than 4,800 new cases were recorded yesterday in LA County, along with 14 new deaths. 920 people are currently hospitalized, and nearly a quarter of the more than 12 million people who got tested got positive results. We haven't seen numbers as high as we've seen this week in 5 months. The big concern is this: the BA4 and BA5 subvariants are leading people to get reinfected just months after getting the virus for the first time. Doctors say that could mean elevated infection levels through the summer and into the fall. LA County public health officials say get tested when you have symptoms, if your test was negative but you still have symptoms, if you were exposed to COVID-19, and before and after traveling, gathering, and attending events. They also urge everyone to stay on top of their vaccinations and boosters. The City of Torrance hosted a free clinic today and will offer the shots tomorrow as well. Come on out to the Human Resources Multipurpose Room at 3231 Torrance Boulevard tomorrow from 1:30 to 3 p.m. The vaccines are free to everyone regardless of immigration status. Insurance is not required and medical information is protected by law. Flu vaccines will also be available at the site for those interested. To make an appointment, visit myturn.ca.gov. The FDA is now allowing pharmacists to screen patients for the Pfizer pill Paxlovid. Paxlovid is intended for people experiencing COVID-19 that are likely to become seriously ill. It's geared towards those who are older or experiencing certain health issues such as cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. The agency gave pharmacists the green light to screen patients to see if they are eligible for Paxlovid and prescribe the medication if they are. Previously, only physicians were able to prescribe the antiviral drug. This decision by the FDA will allow thousands of eligible pharmacists to prescribe and dispense the pill quickly. Those visiting pharmacies seeking the prescription must bring their recent health records and a list of current medications so the pharmacist can check for health conditions and ensure the medication will not negatively interact with other medications. Last December, the FDA authorized Paxlovid for those 12 years and older after data showed it reduced hospitalizations and deaths by nearly 90% among unvaccinated patients who were more likely to get severely ill if they got the virus. Well, it's official. Del Amo Fashion Center is one of the best malls in America. An online shoe magazine publisher called Footwear News comprised a list of the top shopping centers in the country and ranked Del Amo number 12. The Del Amo Fashion Center is one of the largest malls in America with more than 250 stores. It features a number of small businesses such as Mercy's Cakes and Cups and pop-up stores that set up shop at the outdoor grotto throughout the year. Del Amo is also home to the state's newest California Welcome Center. It's one of only 18. And Discover Torrance has a friendly team of its greeters at the central location between Express and Uniqlo. Discover Torrance also has an office space where local artists have been displaying their work. The public art program called Window is part of a collaboration with the Torrance Art Museum. Now on exhibit is the work of Karim Shaquem called Cabinet of Curiosities. It features a 100-piece stack of mysterious black boxes. Art lovers are invited to take a closer look and read all about the artist and his creation. About 27 million people visit the Del Amo Fashion Center every year. Two other California malls made the top 12 list, the Grove in LA and South Coast Plaza in Orange County. It's Parks and Recreation Month, a time to celebrate our city's beautiful open spaces. Torrance is home to more than 30 parks, and we love seeing community members take full advantage of them. The Salvation Army invites kids for a weekly meetup every Wednesday this month at Victor Park from 10 to 11 a.m. Wilson Park has lots of activities taking place throughout the week, including the Torrance Certified Farmers Market on Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Check out what's in season right now. Ice cream beans, which taste like cotton candy, Hawaiian berries, a cross between a mango and a bell pepper, and green mulberries. Wilson Park will also host a very special event on Monday, a naming and dedication ceremony for the Gene Barnett Athletic Fields at 2 p.m. Parks and Recreation Month dates all the way back to 1985, when then Vice President George H.W. Bush recognized parks as a way to remind us of how precious and wonderful life is. We hope you feel that way too and are able to get outdoors and enjoy all our city has to offer. Well, due to unforeseen circumstances, the Walteria Library branch will be closed for the next few days. The closure lasts through Saturday, July 9th, but you can still check out online resources or visit any of the other 5 library branches throughout the city. Visit the library's social media pages for additional updates. 97% of California is in a severe drought, and city leaders are asking us to do our part and help save water. According to the National Integrated Drought Information System, more than 37 million residents are affected by the ongoing drought. Last week, Torrance City Council adopted a resolution activating Level 1 of the city's Water Conservation and Water Supply Shortage and Sustainability Ordinance, asking residents to voluntarily conserve water use by 15% and water no more than 3 days per week. Here are some tips to consider to reduce water use. Only run full loads of laundry, turn off water while brushing your teeth, install low-flow shower heads and faucet aerators, plant low-water and drought-resistant plants, and use a broom to clean paved areas. Water experts say small changes can make a big difference. As we head into the weekend, be sure to catch the latest episodes of Weekends in Torrance. On Friday, Fire Chief Martin Serna retires after 29 years, and we take an in-depth look into his career. Then meet a 100-year-old Torrance resident and World War II veteran, Regina Terrazas. She mailed 100 letters with $100 each, asking her family, friends, and even former coworkers to do something kind for others with that money. And on Sunday, learn about the Beach Emergency Evacuation Light System, also known as BEALS. The system will be tested every Thursday for the next 2 to 4 weeks at Torrance Beach. All this and more beginning at 4 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right here on Torrance City Cable. The Biden administration is working to keep foreign makers of baby formula a part of the long-term American market. This comes after Abbott Nutrition, one of the largest manufacturers of baby formula in the U.S., first shut down production after recalling its products in February. The Michigan facility was forced to close again just weeks ago due to severe thunderstorms that caused flooding inside its plant. Yesterday, the FDA announced plans to help overseas producers gain long-term authorization to market their formula products here. The agency will also host meetings and provide the foreign companies with a point of contact who can help them work through the system. White House officials hope the move will ensure that the infant formula supply market will be less vulnerable to future supply shocks and provide families with the confidence of steady access to a variety of safe infant formulas. Well, still ahead, it's Thoughtful Thursday. Meet a group of community volunteers who gave dozens of community service hours to beautify one of our parks. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
I'm a first-generation Filipino American.
You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Thoughtful Thursday, we want to dive a little deeper into a monthly cleanup effort we've mentioned before on our show. Since 2014, the Seaside Neighborhood Association and volunteers of all ages have been gathering at Seaside Heroes Park on the second Saturday of every month to beautify the public space. The latest group of volunteers was the Hwarang Youth Foundation, where 16 kids and some of their parents put in a total of 32 hours to clean up our park. The group has chapters around the world, including one in the South Bay, and volunteers help restore parks and perform other tasks as needed to uplift others in their communities. It is so nice to see our youth and their parents stepping up in this way to make our neighborhood a cleaner and safer place to be. If you want to volunteer this weekend at Seaside Heroes Park, it takes place at 22812 Catherine Avenue. Drop by between 8 and 11 a.m. Organizers say any amount of time you're able to donate helps a lot, and they're very appreciative of everyone's support. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here on Monday with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great weekend.